It was a warm summer afternoon at a bustling county fair in Idaho. The air buzzed with laughter, the hum of rides spinning, and the sweet smell of cotton candy mixing with the scent of popcorn and freshly cut grass. 8-year-old Jesse Miller clutched his mother's hand tightly, his eyes bright with excitement as they walked toward his favorite treat. Suddenly, his mother paused to answer a vendor's question, still gripping Jesse's small hand. But when she looked down again, he was gone. No scream, no running footsteps, just an empty space where he had been seconds before. Panic flooded her as she called his name desperately. Security footage later showed Jesse walking calmly beside her and then, in an instant, completely disappearing. There were no exits nearby, no signs of abduction, no camera blind spots. It was as if he vanished into thin air, leaving behind only silence and dread. In Oregon's dense Cascade Mountains, veteran trucker David Lambert was navigating a remote logging road when a sudden, unnatural fog rolled in, thick and impenetrable. The weather report had shown clear skies, but this fog swallowed everything in its path. Calm but cautious, David radioed dispatch, visibility 0. Going slow, just moments before his GPS signal cut off abruptly. Search teams scoured the area but found no trace of his truck or him, no skid marks, no wreckage, nothing. Drones flew over the terrain for weeks with no success. It was as if David and his massive rig had been swallowed by the very earth beneath them, erased without a trace. 17-year-old Leah Carver waited at her usual bus stop in suburban New Jersey, chatting quietly with classmates before the bus arrived. She smiled, waved to a friend, and glanced down at her phone, sipping an iced coffee she'd bought earlier. When the bus pulled up 3 minutes later, Leah was gone. Her belongings, backpack, phone, coffee cup, were left neatly on the bench. No witnesses saw her walk away, no vehicles pulled up on nearby cameras. Police dogs followed her scent for only a dozen feet before it stopped cold, as if she had evaporated. The neighborhood was left gripped by fear and confusion over how a teenager could disappear so completely, so silently. 26-year-old vlogger Nathan Yates was live-streaming from his apartment in Austin, chatting casually with thousands of viewers as he prepared dinner. Suddenly, his tone changed as he looked toward his hallway with a puzzled expression. "Hold on a second," he said, stepping out of frame. Seconds stretched into minutes, but Nathan never returned. Viewers initially thought it was a prank until police arrived to find his apartment locked from the inside and completely empty. His phone was still streaming from the kitchen counter. There was no back exit, no sign of forced entry. Authorities were baffled. Nathan Yates had vanished without a trace, swallowed by a mystery no one could solve. In a quiet town in Maine, 34-year-old Sarah Mitchell disappeared from her home late one night without any sign of disturbance. Neighbors heard nothing unusual, and when police arrived, her front door was locked tight. Her car remained parked outside, keys untouched on the kitchen table. The only clue was an open window, but there were no footprints or signs of forced entry nearby. It was as if Sarah had simply stepped out of existence, leaving her family desperate for answers and haunted by the unexplained void. At a remote campsite in the forests of Colorado, a group of hikers discovered the abandoned backpack of 29-year-old Mark Reynolds. Mark had been on a solo trip but was never seen again after sending a text message about strange noises in the night. Search parties combed the dense wilderness but found no sign of Mark, no footprints, no broken branches, no evidence of struggle. His backpack was intact, with food and water untouched inside. The eerie silence of the forest masked the mystery of his disappearance, leaving a chilling question: how could someone vanish without a trace in such a remote place? In a bustling city park in Chicago, 40-year-old Emma Davis was jogging her usual route when she suddenly disappeared mid-run. Witnesses nearby reported hearing a sudden, high-pitched scream and turning to see Emma vanish before their eyes. Her smartwatch stopped recording at that moment, and her running shoes were found neatly placed on a park bench. Surveillance cameras showed her running moments before, then nothing. No signs of abduction, no suspicious persons, and no footprints leading away from the scene. The baffling event left the city shaken and searching for answers in a mystery that seemed to defy